This is a walkthrough for page 1 of our Gizmos. So you should have this Gizmos measuring volume lab open. You can get there by clicking on this link right here and then log in with the information from before. Once you're here, launch that Gizmo and you'll be brought here. So you want to be in this free exploration. But of course, this first question, once you look through the vocabulary, do this before using the gizmo. So read this question and answer this as best you can. There is no right way. However you would do this. So read the question and answer right there. Then gizmos warm up. When scientists talk about how big something is, they are really talking about its volume, or the amount of space it takes up. The measuring volume gizmo allows you to measure the volumes of liquids and solids using a variety of tools. To begin, remove the 50 milliliter graduated cylinder from the cabinet and place it below the faucet. So first off, let's figure out which one is the 50 milliliter graduated cylinder. So over here in your gizmos, graduated cylinders are these tall ones. This right here is a beaker, so I'm going to put this back in the cabinet because you don't need it. So we have 3 graduated cylinders to choose from. So go ahead, try to figure out which one is the 50. You can do that by looking at top. So we have the 100, the 50, and the 25. And that's looking at that top number there, how far it goes up. So it's looking for the 50. So I'm going to put the 100 and 25 away. I'm going to grab this 50 and place it below the faucet. To turn on the faucet, drag the slider next to the faucet up. Fill the cylinder about halfway as shown. So we want to get it about halfway, which is around 25 milliliters. So I'm going to take this slider, I'm going to drag it up. And you can see that it's starting to fill. The more I fill it, or I guess the more I pull this up, the faster I fill it. So I'm going to try to get it about halfway. That's about halfway. All right, now place the magnifier over the water line. Double click on the box below to blow the picture and draw what you see. So I'm going to take this magnifying glass and I'm going to drag it over here. And then I can see where my water line is. And you'll notice that there's kind of a little dip in the water right there. So we're going to see that in a second. So back over here, it says double click on the box below the picture and draw what you see. So I'm going to double click on this box. And it's going to bring me to a drawing. And here's my little box that I want to draw in. Once this loads, there's this line button. I'm going to go all the way down to scribble, because then I can make a drawing. And so I'm going to draw that I have beautiful lines right there. I'm going to draw this little dip in the water right there, and then save and close. Beautiful. Now I have my beautiful drawing there. Okay, then what volume is represented by each small tick mark? So it's talking about over here. So we have the 30 milliliter line, we have the 20 milliliter line, and then you'll see that there are tick marks going up in between. And so you can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in between. So that means that this goes up by ones, just like what we would think it would do. So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So each one of these small tick marks represents 1 milliliter because it goes between 20 milliliters and 30 milliliters. So 1 milliliter. And then this curved shape, so this curved shape right here is called the meniscus. Always read the volume at the bottom of the meniscus. So water has a cool property that means that basically it wants to climb up the walls of a container a little bit, and you only see it when you have something thinner, like a graduated cylinder. Like if I'm looking at my water bottle here, if I were to look in the water here, I wouldn't see a big U shape in my water bottle because it's a really thick piece of equipment. But for this, graduated cylinders are nice and tiny, and so you can see that little dip. And the smaller the graduated cylinder, the more pronounced the dip is. So that is the meniscus. And so looking here, the top is about halfway in between 26 and 27, but this bottom is right on the 26, so this would be about 26 milliliters. Okay, so always read the volume at the bottom of the meniscus. What is the volume of the water in the graduated cylinder? So we just looked at that. For me, it's 26 milliliters. It depends on where you stop. So you might have stopped it right on the money at 25, or it might have been a little bit off. So always read from the bottom of the dip to get your volume. There's going to be another video for page 2.